it's me, Carly Ann from Carly Ann Creates, and I haven't posted in a long time, and I wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on, and then we're going to talk a little bit about learning how to control your pencil better so that you have more confidence in your line drawing towards the end. I wanted to draw for you guys today, and I might be able to figure it out, but I'm not sure, so we'll see. I had planned on doing a live video, and it was just echoing like crazy, and I couldn't figure it out, so we're gonna do it this way. I don't have an editor right now, so you're just gonna get this. Congratulations. All right, so life update. I had a lot of people reach out because I haven't posted in a while, and I'm sorry that it's been so long. The reason why is because in January, my husband got laid off, and so I've been the main financial support for our family, and I had agreed already to write my book, How to Draw Adorable, which is coming out on Kickstarter on Monday, and I had all those deadlines plus extra contract work and handling all that, and my husband was my editor for my videos, and I really didn't feel like I could ask him to edit these because of what he was going through, so I apologize. I know it's been a long time. I'm trying to figure out how to get it back going and rolling again. If I can figure out how to do the live videos, that will really help, so I'm going to be working on that. Okay, cool. So I want to tell you guys about my book. I'm really excited about it. It's 160 pages. It's like almost 1,000 illustrations, and it's a really deep dive into what it is that makes something cute, whether it's like the proportions where features are like placed on the face, or it's storytelling or design or whatever it is, really breaking that down in very simple ways so that you could figure out how to make things cute and then do it in your own style, which I'm really excited about because I've looked for books like this and I've never seen one, and I kind of feel like I just wrote the book on cute, which is fun, and that's what it's about. I got this from my publisher. I'm doing an indie publishing thing, but it's a hybrid publisher essentially, so they are handling some of the stuff like printing and proofs, and I got this one, which is really cool. So you can see it's going to be glossy. I guess that's why they do this part. And then when you lift it up, you can see, and it's backwards and mirrored, but you'll get to see it like that. It's so cute. I'm really excited about it. So on Monday, my Kickstarter is going to launch. You can get this book. I have it as an ebook for international, but I'm also shipping internationally. And then everybody who buys a book will get a 40-page downloadable workbook along with it. You can open up the workbook in your digital drawing program, or you can print out the pages so you can practice the lessons as you go. And what I've done is I've uploaded 4 pages from that workbook up onto my website. So if you sign up for my email list, you can get the first 4 pages, and I will try to show you what it looks like. I was gonna screen share it, but then my other phone died, and it's been a morning. I'll just do it. Okay, let's see. So this is an example on the section on line control, which I was going to talk to you guys about. So it has these drawing prompts. So for example, like trace these patterns lightly, and then you practice all those, and then you learn how to do thin to thick lines, practicing thin and thick or light and heavy lines, and then doing thin to thick and thin again. This is just one example of one of the pages. I'm going to show you guys one of the other ones too. I have a page also for you to practice drawing circles, and I'm going to tell you the technique for this on how to draw circles by using a square first. So you can use a square to find a circle and then practice drawing circles and get really comfortable with it. So the idea is that I remember when I was a beginner artist that I really struggled with getting my pencil to do what I told it to. And I'd be like, okay, draw a circle, and it wouldn't do it, and I'd be really frustrated, and I would spend so much time trying to figure out how to get it to draw the line that I wanted, or the circle, or the curve, or the pressure, or anything, and I couldn't focus on the picture as a whole. And so doing exercises like this helped me gain that confidence of actually getting my pencil to do what I told it to, so that I could focus on the bigger picture. And that's what this worksheet is for, and what you get to practice. So a couple tips. So I'm gonna show you guys the square one. This is gonna be the weirdest drawing tutorial ever because you're not We're gonna do something weird. Okay. Here we go. So if you have a square, I'm gonna zoom in here. If you have a square, a circle can fit inside of a square, and the tips of it will touch the middle points on either side, like that. But it's hard to find that middle point. So the way that you find the middle point is very simple. So you take your square, and you're gonna draw an X from one corner to the other. Ta-da! And then what this does is this shows us a middle point. So then we draw a straight line from here and a straight line from here. And now we see the middle points of the square. And so when we draw our circle, we can try and have it touch those 4 points. So I'm just gonna turn down the opacity. So if you're doing this traditionally, just draw lightly with a pencil and then maybe go in with a pen. Come on, buddy. Okay, it is working. Or you can just draw lightly, and then the next time you draw a little darker. And I'm gonna have to set this down to do this part. Actually, I'm gonna do my best, okay guys? No judging. Okay, so if the tip of the circle is here, then it touches like that. And it really helps if you want to turn the paper with you, so that you can use the arc of your hand like this. Ta-da. And we practice our circle. And then what we do is we just do that a whole bunch, over and over again, finding the X and the cross, and just making a bunch of circles. And that's how we practice doing our perfect circles until you get really comfortable with it. And let me see, I'm going to show you now straight lines. This one's going to be a little more tricky for me to do holding it up this way, but we're going to do our best. So for this page, I have short lines, and then it gets gradually, the lines get longer and longer. And the reason for that is because longer lines are harder than really short lines. So we practice short and we move up until we get more comfortable, and then we do the harder thing last. Start with the easy, end with the hardest. Okay, so for short lines, you can just use like your fingers or your wrist. You're not going to quite use your elbow yet. But when you're doing a really long line, what I recommend is that you keep this straight and you move from your elbow like that. And that's a little wobbly because I'm holding it. But that's how we're going to do the longer lines. And the other trick that you can do is what I call ghosting. And you're going to kind of pretend to draw for a second, kind of like to trace the line over top without actually putting the pencil down. And then after you've ghosted it, then try and draw it. And you're going to do these, and as you do these, you're going to get more comfortable with doing those straight lines. And you know, it's funny, a lot of people have come up to me when they find out that I am an artist, and they're like, oh wow, you're an artist. I can't even draw a straight line. I get that comment a lot. So if that's you, you can practice this. Again, so this one right here is like the 3 pages. It's free on my website when you get the email subscription-y thing. I'm going to send you the download and you get it. The full 40-page workbook will be with my How to Draw Adorable book on Kickstarter. That is on Monday, July 11th, which is in a few days. 2022 if you're watching this later. Okay. All right, and then the final one is about drawing light and hard. And I think this is a really vital skill to have as an artist, is to be able to control how hard you're drawing. A lot of people, when they first start drawing, draw really hard, like they're pressing down on the paper as hard as they can. And that can make it more difficult because you have like the friction that's gonna be making it rougher. And the other thing I've noticed a lot of artists have is doing like a long, smooth line because they want to do like little bits at a time. So these drills help you have the confidence to do those long lines and to draw a little lighter so that you can, so the paper's not stopping you. But also, when you draw lightly, like if you were to draw, I'll do an example. Let's see. I'm gonna get it to work. No editing in this video, sorry guys. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this way again. So let's say we I'm gonna draw a face. So I did this very lightly, I'm going to sort of put a line here in the center to sort of indicate where the eyes are going to go, and maybe the nose. And then when I go in darker and I actually put in those features, these original sketch lines, they sort of fade away, because what your eye will notice is what's the most contrast. So the darker against the white is what you're going to notice. And so being able to draw lightly will really help you be able to sketch and to be able to do this. So that way you can control, I'm drawing lightly, I'm sketching, and then now I'm going in with a darker line, I'm pressing harder, and that's the one that's going to stand out. Okay, so to practice that, what I have in my workbook is, first, you just practice drawing the line that I drew. And that's just to practice making a specific line and not just any random line. So that way you can learn how to do that. So you're like, okay, I want to make a wobbly line. I can now make it because I know how to repeat that pattern. But then what I have you practice is drawing really lightly and then drawing hard, drawing lightly, drawing hard. And then after you can do that, then you do light to dark, which is also soft to hard. So I will show you that here. All right, so here we go. Okay, so these light lines, and then we have harder lines underneath. So I have to practice drawing, just barely grazing my pencil against there, and then now doing it hard and being intentional with, I'm drawing lightly, I'm drawing hard, like that. So you practice this, you do some straight lines, you do some wobbly lines, do this as much as you want. The nice thing about the download is you can print out more pages or just add more layers in your digital art program. Okay, so now we're gonna do light to heavy. So you start out grazing it and then press down. And that is what we're practicing here. This is a really, again, you're going to find this like, when you're doing more complicated line work, you're going to do stuff like this. So this is practicing, but it's also helping you just be able to control when you want to press lightly, when you want to press hard, when you want to make a thin line, or when you want to make a thick line. And if you are using this in a digital art program, you're not going to get the light to heavy lines like I do unless you have pressure sensitivity turned on or have a program that can do it. I think most of them can do it, but obviously if you're drawing with a mouse or something like that, then it's not going to work. And I recommend that you just print it out then and do it traditionally rather than trying to do it digitally if you don't have the pressure sensitivity. Okay, and then after you've mastered that, then this one's actually hard. I need to practice this one some more, which is you start out light. We do a color that we can actually see. Start out light, heavier, and then light again. And I actually do something very similar to this when I'm testing out a new brush, like what I have, I'm in Photoshop or Procreate and I'm trying out brushes. I'll turn on the pressure sensitivity and I'll do that. I'll see if I can make thin and thick lines back and forth and whether or not I have good control of it, because sometimes the brush is too sensitive and it goes immediately from thin to thick or something like that. So this is one of the things I practice a lot when I do that. Okay, good. So that's this one, that section. So then you do that as well. And what I recommend is that you just do this as many times as you need to feel confident and that you can control it. It's going to vary from person to person. It might be like once, or you might do it like 10, or you might do it 100. Whatever works or whatever you need to do, you do it. Okay. And I think that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys today. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below, or if there's anything that you'd like to see from me, please let me know. I'm working on making YouTube something I can do more often. I need to monetize my channel. I have enough followers, but not enough viewers yet, or YouTube minutes, hours, views, whatever. So if you would like to help me, you can just watch my videos, put it on the background, play it, or share it with someone that you think might also enjoy this content. And again, my Kickstarter is coming out on Monday. I'm super scared. I hope it goes well. Wish me luck. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.